Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Sunday, February 27th, 2022, and it's pretty windy out today. But temperatures are fairly mild, should be up in the mid to high 40s come the warmest part of the afternoon. So I decided to come out here to a local pond and see if I couldn't get some bites. And I figure with the water still being in the 30s, maybe pushing 40, the most reliable bite is going to be panfish. So I'm going to start flinging around the Gulp minnow under a float, which is the closest thing to a sure thing to getting bites from panfish in the wintertime. I've actually never targeted panfish in this particular pond before, but I know they're in here. There's crappie and there's bluegill, so I'm hoping I can get some of those to bite today. Boy, it was not this windy earlier today. I hate fishing in the wind like this, especially in the wintertime, because normally you're fishing light lures on light line. When the wind picks up, it just blows your lure all over the place. It's real tough to fish effectively, but I'm just going to try to make do today. I do apologize for the wind noise too. I'm sure it's going to make for some pretty crunchy audio throughout the video, but Mother Nature really doesn't care that I'm filming today. The wind was just too brutal where I was, so I came down here to the other end of the pond, which is a little bit more sheltered from the wind. Still not great, but I should be able to control my line and the float a little bit better over here instead of having it blowing all over the place like it was before. Oh, fish on. Hit that kind of close end. Little crappie. So I actually took the float off because I thought maybe the fish would be closer to the bottom, and this one was closer to the bottom, and he did not fight much. I thought I had a clump of weeds on when he hit it. But there we go, first fish of the day. There we go, fish on. What have we here? It's another crappie. And it was another one that really didn't fight at all. These fish are still super lethargic, and I can feel them. They are ice cold. They are definitely still in winter mode. But they're biting. That's all that matters as far as I'm concerned. Alright guys, well, I've been fishing here for less than an hour and I've gotten some bites, but this wind is just too much. I can't fish that little Gulp minnow effectively with the wind blowing it all over the place. So I'm gonna have to bail on this place and move somewhere else, hopefully where there's a lot less wind to contend with. So sit tight and I will see you in a couple of seconds. All right guys, here we are at the next spot, and at first glance still windy, but looks like the wind is partially blocked by some of the trees around here, and it should be a little bit easier to deal with than at the other spot. If you're familiar with my channel, I'm sure you've noticed that this pond makes frequent winter appearances, and there is a pretty reliable panfish bite here. And that's what I am hoping for right now. There we go. Just saw that float moving sideways. There's another crappie. Another super light hit in this super cold water. Alrighty, really light colored. Alright, let's see if there's more out there. There we go. That was a lot more aggressive. That float went down. That went straight down. Okay. Looks like we are in them. They're not big, but after going over 2 months with barely any bites, I will take as many of those as I can get. There we go. That float was barely moving. I had to do a double take. I was like, is that float moving? It took me a few seconds to figure out that it was. And there's the cause. Come on, buddy. Get my thumb in your face. There we go. Well, the wind has died down considerably, but ironically, it seems to have taken the bite with it. So I think I am going to pack it in for the day. It was a pretty tough day today. Struggled with that wind and only managed to land 5 small crappie. But considering the conditions, I very easily could have gotten skunked. So I'm actually very happy with that. Plus, it's still the most productive day I've had fishing so far in 2022, so I'll take it. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.